The Unhappy Hour on the new AmericanMedia.com.
Ooh, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us, sticking around, finding us after the fact, whatever the case may be. We broadcast live here from the TNAM radio network, part of the new AmericanMedia.com, every Friday. And yes, sometimes the times fluctuate depending on when we have our guests available. Special thanks to NBA scout Zach Barris for joining the program. Who have we had in the past few weeks? Blake the Eccentric Wally has been with us. John B. Wells, formerly of Coast to Coast AM, now of Caravan to Midnight, has been with us. Ben Swan, investigative journalist, Emmy Award winner, has been with us. I don't know. I can't go back and think too much more. Rob Troutman, talking sports. So check out the archives everywhere. The newamericanmedia.com has them all under politics and sports, and we have some other stuff mixed in between. Peruse the website, if you will. Please subscribe, youtube.com/The New American Media. Go on Facebook and search The New American Media with spaces in between, and like our page. Follow us on Twitter. We're at American_media_. And what was it? Subscribe YouTube, follow us Twitter, Facebook, homepage. Sure. Moving on. Man, there are so many stories here. I just want to cover this one real quick. This is from Yahoo Sports. I'm not sure if you saw this one. But I'm going to tweet it out. It's going to be hashtag TNAM Sports. So I want you to follow us at American_media_. Please be sure to do that. Just tweet it. From Yahoo Sports, Roddy White finally pays up on Duke bet. I love this story. Don't run your mouth. Don't write checks with your mouth that your checks can't cash. What the heck is that phrase? Checks can't. Seriously, I'm having a moment here. Don't run your mouth. Point is, can't get fooled again. That's like my only George Bush impersonation. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I can't get fooled again. So stupid. Anyway, don't write checks that your mouth can't catch. That is so not right. Someone, put a comment. Tell me what the heck this quote is. But anyway, you shouldn't run your mouth. And if you do, you better be willing to write that check. How about that? I'm paraphrasing how it's supposed to be. Thank you, George W., for teaching me how to talk my way into circles and out of them again. Okay, so Yahoo Sports. Roddy White finally pays up on Duke bet. Season tickets and Super Bowl for a Falcons fan. And this is one of the players on his own team, or one of the fans of his own team. The Hotlanta Falcons. Here it is. A bet's a bet. So Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Roddy White is paying up, even after some initial resistance. Yeah, he was not doing this. Oh, and he got hammered on Twitter. Back to the story. White and Twitter follower Dylan Hoyt, Hoyt, had a back and forth last week after White told Boyd that he would give him a Falcons season ticket. No, he would give him Falcons season tickets on the 50-yard line if Duke lost to Mercer in the NCAA tournament. So, take a guess. What might have happened? Duke lost to Mercer. White, however, went into full backpedal. He said he'd offer Boyd tickets to a single game. A mini Twitter tumult followed. But White has now manned up, giving Boyd the Falcons season tickets and has even thrown in a cherry on top. 2 Super Bowl tickets, plus sideline passes to a Falcons game, and a day at White's camp as his personal guest. At least we think White is ponying up. He tweeted this out to Boyd, which elicited this response. Roddy White, March 27th. This will be yesterday. It's so awesome. He's at Roddy White TV, if you want to follow him. You might as well. I think he's earned it after this. To D. Hoyt, Hoyt 77. At D. Hoyt 77. 2 season tickets, 2 Super Bowl tickets, pregame sideline passes to game, and a day at camp as my guest. How does that sound? Only 705 favorites. Come on, here, I'm going to click favorite. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, I have added it. But it still says 705. Anyway, Dylan says, at Roddy White TV, that'd be awesome, brother, and more than I could ask for! Exclamation point. But hey, seriously, what happened to your team? LOL. Go Mercer. Hashtag go Mercer. Can you believe that? Oh, that is such a great response. You got this. well, I drafted in my fantasy league, so he didn't really do too much for me last year. It was a very off season for Roddy White. But, I mean, you're offered season tickets to the 50-yard line, Super Bowl tickets, sideline passes to the game, day at camp as his guest. Roddy White, that'd be awesome, brother, more than I could ask for. But, hey, seriously, what happened to your team? LOL. Hashtag go Mercer. That is so classic. That is, I'm favoriting that one as well. Favorite. I just think it's absolutely hilarious. Dylan tweeted later, he said, I tried telling y'all that Roddy White TV was a good guy in the end. Couldn't ever imagine something this awesome. Hashtag rise up. But he gave the response before White deleted the original email. Still, it appears White will back it up. He explained to ESPN that he's a man of his word. Quote, I'm a man of integrity and definitely a man of my word, and the kid's a great kid, White told ESPN.com. We've talked about it for days while people were just speculating. And being a father, you have to be responsible for your actions. I've always been a say what you do and do what you say type of guy, and I wanted to add some incentives because he was so cool. Lesson learned. If you're a fan, make outrageous bets with pro athletes. No one will care if you lose, but they'll crush them on social media for the converse. I love it. I just want to know, what are your thoughts on this? If you were Roddy White, would you have paid up? Let me ask you that. If you were Roddy White, would you have paid up? Furthermore, should he have paid up? Yeah, I mean, really, this Dylan guy didn't put anything up. It wasn't a legitimate bet. But, when you're making multiple millions of dollars and you go running your mouth and you get busted on it, after specifically betting some dude, and you're not betting, you're saying, hey, buddy, I'm going to give you this car if you can hit that shot. Oh! No, I don't want to do that. No, you can't do that stuff. Loaded or not. Hey, it might teach you to think before you run your mouth. Now, that's easy for me to say doing radio talk shows. Yeah. Think before you run your mouth. If I think before I run my mouth, I might not ever run my mouth. I might just sit here silent all day. Well, some of you might actually like that. On the last John B. Wells interview, a lot of you busted me for talking too much. I don't know. I've only gotten 30 minutes into the re-listen, and it seemed fine in the beginning. I think my brother chimed in. He goes, whoa, you start really... I'm like, I don't know. So, sometimes I'm more talkative than others, but it's a good lesson for everybody out there. You should mean what you say and say what you mean. You can't get fooled again. Anyway, what do you think about Roddy White doing this? Should he have done it? Of course. Here's my thought. I don't think he was inclined. He wasn't obligated to do anything. But then again, he kind of was. He would be a liar if he didn't. I mean, are there worse things in life than to be a liar? Maybe not. But I think it's awesome that he's hooking this dude up. Let's just say that. I think it's awesome that he's hooking this guy up. So leave your thoughts. I'm going to tweet this out. Once again, check out our homepage, thenewamericanmedia.com. Follow us on Twitter at American_media_. On Facebook, search The New American Media. Like the page. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thenewamericanmedia. We'll be right back in a couple of moments here. I want to talk about Ravens running back Ray Rice, indicted on one count of aggravated assault. Have you watched the video? I didn't see him attack his fiance. There might be video of that. I've only seen the one where he drags an unconscious woman out of an elevator. Doesn't look good. But I also want to talk about what this Northwestern College Football Union decision means. Because this has thrown a monkey wrench into everything about college sports. Title IX, women get to get paid. Yeah, but do they generate the hundreds of millions of dollars? Women should get paid. Same amount. Okay, so we'll pay the football player. No, we want overtime because we actually work about 60 hours a week. And we have to see film. And we have to... Okay, so now you want overtime. I'm an average fan. Ticket prices are now $18,000 for a game. I can't go. This is so interesting to me. I might do that. I'm trying to think if that should be an agree to disagree show and ask a question. Do you agree that college athletes should be paid? I mean, that's probably what I'm going to do, making an agree to disagree. But I also want to talk about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had comments about Trayvon Martin and LeBron James and the Heat posing with hoodies, and it's very interesting. This raises a whole series of questions. I'm a pro Second Amendment guy. I didn't take a stance on the Trayvon Martin case, the George Zimmerman case, for a while. It seemed like as evidence mounted that this was a man that was attacked, and he used the gun to defend himself, which, as a Second Amendment supporter, you have every right to do that. Now, should he have been following him? Well, you're allowed to follow someone. You're not allowed to kill him. You know, and the pictures and the police, it seemed like he was having his skull bashed on the concrete and he thought he was going to die. You have a right to defend yourself if that happens. Well, he was following him. Well, yeah, but he didn't punch him. He didn't attack him. He didn't strangle him. He didn't shoot him until he was attacked. Well, the kid was scared. Well, yeah, which makes it horrible and unfortunate and tragic, but, you know, at what point do you attack and what point do you try to avoid violence? Anyway, as a Second Amendment supporter, the case, I didn't really understand why LeBron James and the Heat were coming out and wearing hoodies. I didn't get it myself, so I want to talk about it. And now Kobe Bryant brought it up, and it's a really interesting quote. And the response has been equally interesting. So I'm going to split this up. I'm going to do a separate segment on the Kobe thing. Yeah, no need to talk about the Cavs' playoff hopes. I would say probably not. I don't know. Some of you probably don't care about Cleveland sports. I would say this is probably I don't know. How would you say it? Probably it's a place where Indians, Cavs, Browns, and Buckeye fans get together. And the Indians, Cavs, and Browns have never brought me a championship in my lifetime. That's why it's called the Unhappy Hour. But, you know, we like covering these other stories. So we're going to talk Kobe Bryant. We're going to talk Northwestern football. We're going to talk Ray Rice. You know what? I don't even need to talk Ray Rice. I talked about it a little bit in the previous segment that I did about Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson getting cut. That's fine. I'll just tweet this one out. So make sure you're following us, all that jazz. We'll be right back in just a second. My name is Brian Engelman. I appreciate each and every one of you listeners, because in about a month and a couple of days, we're going to celebrate our 3-year anniversary. And it just would not be the same without having each and every one of you checking out our shows and commenting, telling us how much you like it, how much you disagree with what we're saying. Just we appreciate the conversation. So we'll be right back on the other side. Thanks.
The Unhappy Hour on the new AmericanMedia.com.